Hola and welcome to Lindita's Kitchen on the Road, and I am Lindita at Nick's Garden Center, and I'm here with Colette, who's going to be showing me and all of us how to do an herb garden. I mean, it's springtime and going into the summer, so Colette, I need your help. We need your help.
Well, as you know, many people love to cook with herbs.
Yes.
One of the main things in a lot of our recipes are things that are natural, things that are herbal, like cilantros and thymes and basils and oreganos, things that we incorporate into our recipes all the time, are items that we normally would have to purchase from somewhere. So I'm here to inspire everyone that it's a wonderful project to be able to grow your own herbs. And it's a really fulfilling project.
Yes,
and
it is.
can be a way for you to be sure and feel confident that you have organically grown herbs that you're utilizing in your cooking.
Right.
So we're here to inspire all people. Anyone can contribute or can have a nice herb garden. Anyone from a person who has a big yard plot in their yard and they have a whole 12 by 12 garden dedicated to it, or someone who just has a patio, or even people who live in an apartment who don't have a patio.
Right.
You can even utilize a little grow light in your kitchen, on your nice kitchen counter, with a nice kitchen arrangement of herbs that you're going to use on a regular basis.
I know, and these are all the herbs that I use too, which is great.
Yes, this is
so you're going to show us how to do this.
Yes,
so what would you recommend to start with?
I found can be kind of intimidating for people. They don't really understand what kind of containers they can use. They're not sure what herbs, what soil, things like that. So we're going to take all the guesswork out of it today.
Okay.
So any container will work. A round one, a long one, a skinny one, a square one, as long as the container has drainage holes and the water can escape from there and drain away from the plants in the soil. It's a good pot.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what color it is or what shape it is.
Okay.
So
it doesn't matter if it's plastic or clay.
It does not.
Okay, good.
No, because I plant a lot of things in nice porcelain pots and beautiful, ceramic pots and things like that. So as long as it drains, you're okay.
Okay, perfect.
So the first step we do is we want to make sure that the soil doesn't get clogged up in the bottom.
Right.
And we always put rock. So I always put rock in the bottom, about 1.5 inches or so of rock in the bottom of the pot, just to make sure that the soil doesn't clog the holes and it won't drain out.
Okay.
And some people ask me, can I use rock from my yard?
That was my question.
You can use rock from your yard, but your likelihood of exposure of herbicides, pesticides, potentially, contaminated with fungus and things like that, are a little higher. If you buy bagged rock, it's clean, it's sterile.
Right.
You're sure you're not going to have anything weird.
Okay.
So we're going to put a little bit in the bottom.
Okay, just like that?
Yep, we got some nice porous drainage. And then I always use an organic potting mix. Okay, so here we are. We have, our pot is ready. We've got the soil, we've got the fertilizer, the rock in the bottom. Now we've got these little plants. People are sometimes intimidated.
Right.
To pull this little bugger out of the pot and open it up. It's always very important to do that. So you want to open up that root system, and I make a little indention in there, and I just secure him, and I back up the soil around him, and I'm just gently secure him like that. The next one I'll use is another tall one. Sometimes you find you can't get them out. You feel like you're going to hurt the plant. Gravity helps. So if you can't, squeeze the side of the pot and pull it out.
Okay.
Gravity helps you work. Sometimes they don't want to come out. I make a little hole again with my hand. I secure him down.
So you don't have to break up the soil on it.
Yeah, he kind of was already.
A little? Okay,
yeah,
like
he
that.
Was already.
Okay.
So then we go like that, and then we want to have probably the parsley gets a little taller.
Okay.
So we got the parsley here. This is our parsley. And we got, sometimes roots are on the bottom. You can take that off, and sometimes they're hard to get out.
Oh, look.
See, he's got a really big root system on him. So it's important for you to do this and rip it open.
So you're not damaging it?
No, I'm not damaging it. I'm helping him.
Okay.
I'm helping him be able to get rooted later. So we make a little hole on this. We push him down in there. We fill in around him. We secure him like that.
Perfect.
And he's in good shape now. We just make sure everybody's secure here. And we've got some more plants going in the front. But
we're going to do the short ones now.
Yep, we'll do the short front ones.
Okay. Next.
So the next row, we've got our back row in, our taller plants that are going to get a little taller and block the shorter plants. So here we have a cilantro, which is everybody's good favorite.
Mine.
I know. So we're going to make a little spot here in the front for him. We loosened his root system up. We're going to squish him in here and push him down, secure him in, push the soil around him. Oregano is a really good popular one. You got to have oregano for menudo.
Oh, see. Woohoo.
And it dries really well too. So if you find you grow a lot of it and you end up not using it all fresh, you can always dry a lot of these herbs.
Oh, really?
You can dry them in the fall when it starts to get frosty, and we can have them for later use. You know, you can always dry your herbs, and then you know you've got nice homegrown Lindita, homegrown dried herbs in your cabinet.
That's right. And look how beautiful this is, thyme.
Yes, thyme is a wonderful, you know, you can get a lot of different flavors from thyme, lemon. There's a lot of different flavors with thyme. It's a lovely plant. We use it a lot in soups and in with meats and things like that. So I love thyme. Sometimes you'll find that you need a little bit more soil now that you've got everybody planted.
So you can add more to it. Oh, look how beautiful this is.
So I'm just gonna, you know, barely fill in some side areas that might not have gotten as full as I would have liked.
Oh, nice. Oh, Colette, what a beautiful.
Don't be afraid to experiment, you know. Always try to use things that you regularly cook with, things that you find yourself buying all the time. You know, say, you know what, this year I'm gonna try to grow me some oregano. I'm always buying fresh cilantro. So, for example, we talked about that cilantro. We have a little baby cilantro here. And some people say to me, what am I going to do with that? That little amount. I could whack that to the ground and use it for my, you know, caldo de res, and then I'm out of cilantro. So you could always, you know, do a pot with more of one thing.
Like you had one that was beautiful here.
We have a nice mix here of some different things.
Oh, you know, wait, let's go. Let's try it, because I forget sometimes. What do I have?
People forget what they're growing. And to me and some other people who are very familiar with herbs, they would be able to know what they are on site. But some people forget. So it's always good to keep your little tags that come with your plants so that you know what type and what kind you have. I just kind of gather them up together like this, and I just stick them in the back of the pot. They're not very, you know, visible, and it's fine. And then if you have forgotten what it is that you planted, you can always look back and go, oh, that's the parsley, not the cilantro. Because, you know, they look a lot alike. So sometimes people don't know. Well, you can take a little pinch and just take a little bite. You can do that. But what I was saying too is that we have a nice mixture here. And we've got a lot of different things. A lot of people just like to do one thing. Like I use a lot of cilantro in a lot of the sopas that I make and the caldos that I make. And I need more than just this little bit.
That's right.
So I grow a whole big 8-inch pot of just cilantro, so that it's okay if I'm coming in here trimming on this all the time. It's just going to regenerate. You know?
Well, it's beautiful
and I have a nice,
it makes a beautiful plant as well.
Exactly. It's gorgeous. And you can have this on the patio. You can have this under a light, a nice grow light in your kitchen on the counter. If you use cilantro the most, or if you use oregano the most, or basil the most, say you make, you know, pesto every week and you want to have a whole pot of basil. You can do that, you know?
Exactly. Oh my goodness, look at this. It's beautiful. All these herbs, everything here. You know, something that what I need to pull out is your lighting. You know, for people that live in apartments and they want to grow, you know, what kind of lighting would you recommend?
Ideally, these guys after Mother's Day are going to go outside onto the patios. They do prefer to be outside. Herbs like 6 to 8 hours of light. So they do prefer to be outside. Once we get past the frost date of Mother's Day roundabout, then we can put them outside. But some people don't even have a patio at their apartment. So in that case, you can put them close to a sunny window. You know, you want to make sure you're leaving the blinds open when you go to work in the morning so that the sun actually comes in on the plants during the day. A sunny window is fine. And if you don't have a place near a sunny window, then you can always get you a nice T5 low voltage. It's not a hot light. It's a very beautiful plant light, and it's a very easy thing to incorporate into a kitchen area, and it sits nicely on the counter.
And it's great. You can just leave it there and just start picking away when you need it. You know, it's perfect. What a perfect setting.
And just so you know, herbs love to be used. So if we don't use the herbs and if you don't trim them, they tend to get long and leggy and kind of spindly and fall over.
So what do you recommend?
Just use them. If you're always using them and you're always trimming on them, it makes them full and strong because they're feeling useful.
Well, these are wonderful pointers because, you know, like a lot of us, we just don't know. And boy, you've gave me some wonderful ideas and steps. And for those, you know, hey, if you have any questions, you can always come down to Nick's Garden Center as Colette, because, you know, you are the little guru here on the herbs. And again, we're going to get ready to do the summertime vegetables, and that's going to be another show.
I'm going to try to talk with Miss Lindita in this summer to having her own salsa garden in a pot on her patio. And
Yeah.
we can grow a beautiful salsa garden together.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
And you
we'll
know,
do that.
also, you don't always just have to use cooking herbs. You know, I don't know if we talked about, there's a lot of things that you can just make tea with. Some people don't necessarily want to cook with their herbs, they want to make tea.
Right.
Maybe their stomach gets upset from time to time, or maybe they have, you know, a fever or something, and they want to be able to have the knowledge and the plant material to be able to make these teas. So you can make tea. A lot of people want to grow rue, and they don't have a garden.
really?
And rue is a tea that we use for nerves and for ear infections and things like that. And some people don't have a garden outside,
Right.
and they want to still grow the rue. So we can still plant it in a beautiful little pot, and we can grow rue on our patio garden or you know, in our kitchen if we need. If it's something we use all the time.
Right.
You know, you feel more secure. You feel more fulfilled by making sure that you've grown it yourself and that there's been no exposure to herbicides and pesticides.
Wow. Well, we've got, oh, look at this. Can you just,
that
there's a
adorable?
beautiful planter here. So
How
what do
nice
we
does
add
that
in
look
here?
sitting in your kitchen?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it would
Look
look
at this.
really nice.
And I see that you have all your little labels
Yep,
here. The tags are in the
just
back.
case we forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But look how beautiful that is. So, you know, I've gotten some wonderful ideas.
I know.
And what
This
we
is
need
my
to
favorite.
do.
If I could take this home, I'd love to take that home.
Okay. Well, no, I'm taking that
No,
one
I'm
home.
kidding.
So again, I just want to say thank you so much,
Thank
Colette, for
you,
all
Miss
this
Lindita.
wonderful information.
Yeah.
And for those out there, you know, if you have any questions, please come on down. You know, everybody's here very educated, and Colette gave us some really good pointers. So for Mother's Day, be ready to start planning.
Yeah.
And again, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.